Hi everyone, good morning. Here I am sitting in Atlanta traffic as usual. I hope you can see this. This is life in Atlanta. We sit in traffic, so it allows me an opportunity to record where we're not moving very fast, so I'm really not in danger. So here I am this morning, plain as can be, and wanted to talk this morning. I've captioned this little video, "Don't judge a book by its cover." Yesterday, a friend of mine put up a very heartfelt post about an observation that her realtor made about her and how peaceful she was, and that she was observing her, how calm she is, and she just enjoyed being around her, in her presence, whenever they got together to go look at houses. And somebody then jumped onto her post and said, well, before that, so she goes on to explain how, she remembers when that wasn't the case, when her life was a little bit more, she had more upheaval going on and a lot of noise going on in the head, and where her life was in comparison to where it is now. And so because I was there for those moments in her life, I knew exactly where she was coming from. I know the difference, the changes that have happened, and most of them are not external. They're not changes you can see. Most of our changes aren't, actually. And so somebody jumped onto the post and said, "Oh, you were always that way, Missy." And I thought to myself, oh wow, how shallow a view we have of each other, because we only know each other, especially if you're just friends on social media, by what you see on the outside. You put up social media pictures where you're smiling, people think that you're always happy. I'm gonna move on to another friend, Dr. Kia Fisher. Love that girl. She celebrated her 38th birthday yesterday, and we celebrate with her. And Kia's life was a lot. But the girl we met at church, that we came to know and love, was always mellow, always smiling, had a family, had a husband, 2 kids. People showed up at the play called Strip, and they were shocked, some of them beyond belief, broke down in tears at what she had endured in her life. One person, I think, said to me, "I don't understand how she is normal. I do not understand how come she's normal." Once again, we judge by what we see. And I have a guru. Yeah, I said a guru. That changed my life. I've been getting shifts over this last year, and they keep happening. I came across this guru, and his view on the world, on our human experience, is just so different. And one of the things that it taught me is that I know nothing. I know nothing. And most of us don't know anything. And when you come and you look at life from that perspective, and you look at people from the perspective where, I know nothing, you cannot find yourself in a position where you are in judgment of others. And here's the truth. People don't walk around with signs that say, "I want to end my life." They don't walk around with signs on their faces saying, "I'm miserable at home," or "I'm troubled," or whatever it is. Those internal things that are going on, the dialogue that goes on in our heads, the things that are keeping us stuck where we are. We don't walk around with those signs for people to see. And so when somebody speaks their truth, that they have changed, and it's not a change that you can see, Believe them. Believe them. Because there's a lot more going on inside than you will ever know. We mask those problems with smiles. They're people with a perfect life. If that were not true, then people who committed suicide, we would have known and we would have prevented it. The reason why people are shocked when somebody commits suicide is because they had no clue. How many times have you heard people say, I had no clue, I didn't know that they were feeling this way? Because we don't wear those signs. We don't wear that. We don't walk around and say, I want to end my life. So when she said that, and this woman jumped on her post and said, oh, you were always that way. What? You were always that way? When people speak their truth, believe them. Don't sit in judgment. And that's why we have to be careful how we deal with each other in this human experience. You don't know what's going on. You don't know from 1 minute to the next what somebody is dealing with. And the same way that you would want somebody to show empathy and love and respect to you is the same way that you need to give it to others. Give it freely. Freely give it. My God, when Christ walked this earth, for those of us that are Christians, when Christ walked this earth, what in the world was he teaching? Yet we sit up and we go to church week after week and we can't respect each other. This is not okay. This is not okay. And we all, every single one of us, need to assess our situation. We need to assess who we are and how we are to other people and do something about it. Determined to do something about it. Stop judging people by what you see and deal with people on the level that you would want to be dealt with. Love people. Respect people. Be kind to people. Because that kindness might be the difference between life and death for somebody. So people don't understand when we say, oh, I'm going to go there now and tell you that Thrive changed my life and this, that, the other. And people think we're out here joking. You think I have time? Do you really think that I have time with 2 kids and a husband and a job in Atlanta traffic, hour and some going each way? You think I have time to be on social media promoting something that doesn't work? That girl that put up that post, she changed my life when she shared that product with me. You know how different my life is now? And not just externally. It's not the car. It's not the money. It's in here. How different my life is. How different my future appears. How different my thought process is. How different my circle has become. How differently I see the world. And it started with me putting proper nutrients in my body. You don't understand the power of proper nutrients in your body. How do I know? Because way before Thrive, I was on 16 supplements. Because I felt like something was very wrong. And something was. I went to a naturopath. They put me on 16 rounds of supplements a day to get me back to feeling normal. How was I feeling? Tired, achy, like I wasn't going to be able to live this life and raise my children. Do you know what that's like? Yes, I waited. I was the girl that I went to church and, I went to school. They said, go to college. I did all the right things. I waited. I found a husband. I got married. All the things they tell you to do. Then we waited 5 years to have children. I had my first child at 36, my second one at 38. And here I was at 40, not knowing if I was going to be able to raise my own children because I was absent from my life. Yeah, to everybody, they saw me at church leading praise and worship, and I was the treasurer and doing this and doing that. But I could barely keep my eyes open to come home in the evening and take care of my own children. How does that work? I go to the naturopath and they found all these deficiencies. I was grateful because I didn't have some kind of illness. I was grateful that they didn't find some kind of disease that was causing me to feel that way. But who knew? Because I didn't know before then that little deficiencies here and there could make me feel that bad. I didn't know that. Guys, that thing, when people are mentally repressed, I don't want to use the word. When people are mentally repressed, suppressed, whatever they want to call it, A lot of times that's just nutritional deficiencies that's causing them to feel that way. I know how I felt. And I remember one day I sunk so low and I called Kia. And Kia said, Yolanda, if that happens again, you need to go see somebody. You need to get treatment if you start feeling that low again. Because I felt it. I felt myself get low, get into a dark space. And I felt like I couldn't get out. And I know it wasn't me. It wasn't my personality. But I couldn't change it. And my husband was saying, baby, come on. You're better than this. You got to snap out of this. You got to snap out of this. And fortunately, I didn't stay there long. But I felt it. And it didn't feel good. And I went to this naturopath. And they found all these deficiencies and they started addressing them, and I started feeling better. Nutritional deficiencies. But it took 16 rounds of supplements, a protein shake, a whole lot of pills addressing this, that, the other in the morning, then some more in the afternoon, then some more before bed. All day I'm taking meds. And that girl that put up the post, her name is Janetta Joseph. That girl that put up that post. And I called her. I called her when she put up her Facebook post with her little DFT on her arm. I called her. And she and I spoke on Monday of that week. Monday. And she was not in a good place. So for the lady that said you were always, no. Janetta Joseph is human. Human. She has her down days. She had her moments. She had several. And she was down on Monday. But here she is posting these pictures with a happy smiling face. And I called her on Thursday. I let her post go by about 2 days. I said, girl, what are you doing? What is that? And she shared this thing with me. But I could hear it in her voice. She wasn't the same girl. You know, her attitude was a little different. And we were so ignorant. But all I know is I wanted it. Because I wanted relief, because I couldn't keep up with my 16. Couldn't keep up with my 16 supplements. And she introduced me to the thing that allowed me to take 3 steps first thing in the morning. Oh my God. I remember the first day I felt like somebody turned on the light in my brain. That's what it felt like. Something was happening. I felt my energy level change. I felt better. But 17 months later, here I am, still talking about it, still sharing it. You know why? Because I have friends. Oh gosh, I'm trying not to cry at this point. I have friends that called me after I shared this with them. I'm sorry. And told me that they wanted to end their life. And thank you for sharing this product with me because it changed me. Oh my God. How can I not share something this powerful with people when I know it has changed me and changed my friends? Gave my friends' children their mom back and their husband, his wife back. Taking people out of pain, giving people hope. And I really believe that my purpose in life is to uplift, encourage, and elevate people. Oh my God, I'm a mess. I'm sorry. But I get emotional when I talk about it. I really believe that's my purpose. It comes naturally to me. I always want to see people do better. And what Lavelle did for me is give me an opportunity to use a product to get through to people and to shift them in ways they could never have imagined. Yeah, some people just come here saying that they just want some energy, but what they end up receiving is so much more than that. And there are tons of people that have shared their story. We're not lying about this. Why would I need to lie? I have a good job. I work for a great company. I have awesome benefits. My husband has a great job. But I feel this is my mission, to help to change people's lives. I do that in several ways. This is one of them. I am I'm so sorry if I messed you all up this morning, but I just needed to speak my truth and say, don't judge a book by its cover. Be careful about the way you treat people. Let's try to be nicer to each other. Let's really, really try to be nicer to each other. And be supportive of each other. The life you change may be your very own. Because understand this. Everything that we put out into the world, we experience it first. If it's ugliness, you experience it internally first. Before that ugliness leaves you, leaves your lips, or you experience it inwards first. So the life you change and the life you save may be your own. Has Thrive made me a better person? Yes. It has helped me to be a better person. And my mission is to help to change this world one person at a time. So every person that I get on this product is a blessing. And if they if they give it a chance, I know they'll join the thousands of others that can now say how different their life is because they took a chance and tried something. Get proper nutrients in your body. I don't care whether you buy Thrive or not. I really don't. But take care of yourself. Get the right nutrients in your system so you can operate at your best and be the best you can be. The world needs more people like that. We owe it to ourselves. And if you have children, you owe it to your children to be the best version of yourself you can ever be. Thank you for suffering my company for 60 minutes and 58 seconds. It says, wow, this is a long one. But I just had to share my heart. I'm sorry if I got emotional. I'm sorry if I messed up your morning. But I hope I agitated your spirit enough to cause you to change, to look at people differently, to treat people differently. Most importantly, to look inward, to take stock of yourself and make the change that you need to make to be a better you. It's hump day. Happy Wednesday, everyone. God bless you all. Thank you.